You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the floor, feel no winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the floor, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. In the mirror, what do you see? Out in the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media YouTube channel. And today we're going to review yesterday's game and the unpleasant performance that a lot of Chelsea fans were not expecting. So, yes, we're going to look at the nitty-gritty of how Marco Cucurella, got a yellow card and finally he's going to get suspended against Liverpool. And Nicholas Jackson slap also. And the indiscipline at the football club. As today's Chelsea owns the title or the belt of the most yellow card conceded in the Premier League from last season until now. So we'll look into that yesterday's game and how Fulham made things so difficult for Chelsea and why Chelsea couldn't carry the game. Nottingham Forest, I said Fulham. Nottingham Forest. Steven, you even as you said this, look. Let me get you on. Let me just go straight to the point. I'll get you on, Steven. All right, now because you've already jumped into it. No more introduction needed. I made a huge mistake yesterday. No one ever said anything, but I was able to find it myself and then fix it. I did my thumbnail. The title says Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest, but the thumbnail also shows Callum Hudson-Odoi in the thumbnail. But the logo or the badge behind Callum Hudson-Odoi was a Fulham. And then I also made the predicted lineup, and I put a Fulham badge in there. And I was like, why do I keep going back to Fulham instead of Nottingham Forest? So it was just, it's a situation that I saw. I was like, I'm reading Nottingham Forest, but then I'm picturing Fulham. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm reading something else, but in my brain, I'm looking at something else. I had the description, thumbnail, the title, everything made under Fulham, but the images on the thumbnail was something else. I was like, what is wrong with me?
At least you
But
got it
anyway,
off, right?
yeah, I fix it. I fix it. But when you do that, it affects your content. It doesn't. YouTube doesn't do it. It doesn't help it anymore because it's like you've uploaded the same content twice, although you've deleted the old one. But anyway, just like I said, if you're just joining us here live to review the game between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest, why Chelsea couldn't, get all 3 points, and how Fulham made it, just Fulham, Nottingham Forest made it so difficult for Chelsea and Chelsea on the day. And also, there's so many yellow cards regarding Mr. Cabinet. Yeah, Mr. Cabinet, the man himself. You don't want to give him much time to talk about you. And also another comment coming from Robert Sanchez himself regarding his players and what to do when they are playing on the pitch. Stay away from the referee. We'll get into that. Steven, welcome back again to the show. You were at the stadium. You witnessed everything. I'm gonna take your point of view and what your thoughts are on this. But before we get in there, let me see what Todd have we on the show. And also big up to my big brother, Mas from Mas Sports World. Yes, he has changed the name. No more Gunaman, no more Sasuke Guna. He's gone all the way to the Mas Sports World. I'm very happy I've seen it. And also SDT. Big up to SDT. It says, I am a Manchester United fan. This platform is open for everyone. It's widely open for everyone. You don't have to be a Chelsea fan to be here. I discuss everything football on my platform. So if you're there, you love it. Because we're going to talk about Manchester United too before the stream ends. We will talk about United and how things are shaping up here. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be the guy to come in, or is he going to be somebody else? I don't think that Ruud van Nistelrooy will be the guy to take over the job. I don't think so.
Not long term, maybe interim.
Interim, maybe, yeah. FZT said, big up to you, my brother. Then Todd in the building. Todd, I'll get to your comments here in a bit. It says, big up to SDT and my sports world. Todd is wondering if Stephen, if you have any updates on when Morgan Gibbs White, if it's the state of his injury, how long is he going to be gone, or is he going to be okay after the international break? That was Todd's question. Todd, thank you very much for your question. We'll dig into it and give you an update on it.
All I can say on that is I don't remember seeing how he got injured. I'd have to watch it back and try and figure it out because I don't remember seeing it. So I know he came off injured. I know that Nuno's spoken on it, but I don't know exactly what happened. So I currently cannot give you an answer. Also, the other thing I say is with a lot of things, it's hard to give a rough timeline unless you know exactly what's happened. Mm-hmm. Like we can speculate, but I can't even do that without seeing what happened, or as we call it, the mechanism of the injury.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd have to watch it back. I'll try and watch it back, and then maybe next show I can hopefully have some more information on it.
All right. So Todd said thank you very much, and then thank you very much, buddy. Thank you very much, Todd. Because of you guys, that's why we're here. So any question that you have in mind, you want to share with us, or any question you want to ask, do me a favor. It's always the comments is right there. You can drop it there, and then we can do our research for you right as we are live at this moment. Stephen G. We've talked about this before, Stephen, about the indiscipline at Chelsea Football Club. Chelsea owns the title, or they own the title of the most indisciplined football club in the Premier League since last season, and now they own the number of yellow cards prior to this season, and still they are the club with the most amount of yellow card conceded from just about 7 games in the Premier League already. What is going on? Enzo Maresca said there's no indiscipline at the football club.
I need to quickly run for a couple of minutes. I'll be back.
All right, close the camera. Okay. All right, so Steven, I'll check into that whilst you're checking on it. I'll be here. All right, so we did talk about the indiscipline at Stamford Bridge. But before we get to that, we'll also wait for Chelsea and Steven to come back. Let's look at the situation. Why I made a bold prediction because of the development of Chelsea prior to the Nottingham Forest game. I said 3-0. But when I went back to look at statistics, under Nuno Espirito Santos, he makes things difficult for teams in the top four. He really makes things very, very difficult. He set up, he makes sure the defense are very disciplined. They're much more compact, and he knows the state of Chelsea. As he said in his press conference, that he was not going to come to Chelsea and go to toe with Chelsea and play football. That was not his plan because he knows the inform Cole Palmer. He knows the inform of Jadon Sancho. Noni Madueke on the right hand side can hit his team so bad if they go toe to toe. So the best way he has to tackle this game was to sit deep, counter attack on Chelsea in a low block. But I think that they even did more than necessary to even win the game. They overdid what they were supposed to do to be able to win the game. Chelsea were lucky, and No Forest were also lucky. Chelsea also did much to also win the game. So I'll say both teams played very well. Chelsea were the attacking based team, the more position based team. They played much better compared to Nottingham Forest. Forest also did as much according to their plan. It worked towards the perfection in terms of how they wanted to win the game. In my opinion, it worked very well. They were lucky. I mean, they were unlucky to win against Chelsea. They did very well. I gave my man of the match to Robert Sanchez, and I've stand here. I'm never going to criticize that man again. He's done much more than necessary for me to sit down here and criticize Robert Sanchez. Never will I, because the reason why I'm saying I'm not going to criticize Sanchez anymore is we're putting goalkeepers in a situation where it's not comfortable for them. These men are used to practicing with their hands. Now they're being forced to kick the ball and even give the most killer passes on the pitch. The killer passes is trying to make a pass when you have 3 or 4 people attacking your defenders in front of the 18 or even in the 18. And that is what the goalkeepers are doing now. So majority of the time, there's high possibility of these goalkeepers making mistakes. Sunset did not do much. He didn't make much of a mistake yesterday, but he was really spot on in terms of saving. He was really spot on. He saved a lot for Chelsea yesterday. If he hadn't been Sanchez, I'm telling you, Chelsea would have lose that game yesterday. Something that I was never expecting it to happen. But I was happy I was happy to leave Stamford Bridge with a point. Although I'm playing home, it wasn't that easy. And there's certain things I want to tell you regarding Noni Madueke also as the stream goes on. And I'll tell you why Noni Madueke he's being a bit selfish. Let me take these comments real quick. Big up to my man, Kim So. Kim So, where's the man being? Respect to Kim So. Kim So in the building. He said hello. Big up to you, Kim So. He says Nottingham Forest are the dog shit football club, according to Kim. So Kim, so you gotta show some respect to Nottingham Forest. You gotta show some respect. You gotta give them the credit. If you watch Kim, so if you watch that game very well on Sunday, Forest did enough to win the game. Forest they did enough, and also Chelsea did enough. Courtesy Mr. Ward-Prowse catching the ball. It would have been 2-1 or 3-1. Or maybe 2-2 or 3-2. Yeah, it was. I think it was around 3 players and the goalkeeper, 3 players and 1 player and the goalkeeper, like 3v2 or 3v1. Chelsea would have, got more goals on that. Big up to you, Kim. So he said, "Nee Zion." I'm very happy to see my brother. He has been a long time, man. Matt says, so what's this? What's that saying? Chelsea if Forest dog shit and won at Anfield. Well, yeah. Thank you very much, Mars, for saying that. Kim So, this same team won against Liverpool at Anfield 1-0. Get to see Callum Hudson-Odoi. Just 1 goal. So that's what I said. You have to show them the respect. They did enough. Chelsea were even lucky. They did enough to win against Chelsea at the bridge. So I wouldn't disrespect them and say they are dog shit. They did what they can do. You know what, King Soul? If you know your level, if you know your pedigree, let me put this way. For instance, you go to new school. Okay, okay, I wouldn't. Okay, you go to a new school and there are so many subjects. You know yourself. You know your brain is not that good for the science class. You know your brain is not that good for the math class. You know maybe your brain is not that smart for the biology class. So you want to take maybe the graphic arts. That is what you're more your visual. You're more good in artwork. Would you try to go for the science lab? No, you wouldn't do that, right? So that's what Nottingham Forest notified. They know that, look, we don't have the quality that Chelsea have. So what I can do is to make sure my defense is more disciplined, compact, and contain Chelsea. If I go beyond 60 minutes, then I know I can get something out of the game. That's psychologically. That's psychological way of playing football against teams that are better than you. Don't go and open up. Close up. Be more disciplined. Be patient. Wait for them to make mistakes and use your attacking players that have much speed and see if you can counter them. And the same thing, if you can remember, the same thing Chelsea did in 2012 against Bayern Munich, against Barcelona. When Chelsea went to Camp Nou, they did not go there to play all the attacking football because they know they knew that they cannot match the style of play. Chelsea wouldn't have been in the Champions League final in 2012 if they've gone to Camp Nou to play all attacking football. They wouldn't make it. You have Lionel Messi, you have Xavi, you have Iniesta. These three key players are better on the board than any of our players that we have on the pitch. These three players, and they can open so much spaces for the so many players to score goals. But Chelsea was so wise and smart to the extent that they stood back. Let's relax. Let's wait for them to make mistake, and then we capitalize on their mistake on the counter attack, and that's what they do. One pass, I think, from Lampard straight to I think from Lampard to what's his name again? Ramirez. Ramirez straight to him, and another one to Fernando Torres. It was all, let's take our time. Let's keep our defensive shape. Let's keep it there. When you get a chance, we'll capitalize on them. One touch, boom, we are in the back of their net. You get what I'm saying? We are there. So that's what Nottingham Forest did. They knew that they cannot play that possession football like Chelsea. Cole Palmer, Nuno Espirito Santos said, we did not come over here to do that because Cole Palmer is on top of his game. He's not going to open up. And I said they did a lot for us to give them the credit because they did enough on the pitch for them to even win the game. So I must say, yeah, and tough Chelsea fans who wanted Sanchez out and save he saved I think Nat. Oh wow, he did very well. Sanchez did very well. He was my man of the match.
Yeah, but this happens. He does this, and the next game he'll make us lose because he'll do something stupid.
That's Steven. That's what I told you. I said it many times. I'm never going to criticize Sanchez again. The reason, I'll give you the reason. This is a guy that is not good with his feet, and we're forcing him.
I'll criticize him, bro. Yesterday, his first touch, he went long. Yeah, why couldn't you do that when we're 3-1 up instead of giving it to the opposition?
Well, I think so. Yeah, with that one, sometimes I think the decision making that he makes, if he's supposed to go long, he goes short. If he's supposed to go short, then he goes long. Just like you said the other day. I do understand you on that, but going short, and I said one of the most difficult passes to make when you have three players marking you, three players in your 18 marking your defenders, and yet you have to pass them. Sometimes if you realize that, it's going to be too risky, kick the ball out. Look for somebody in a wide position and kick the ball to that person. Make good decision. All right, Kim So said Nottingham Forest played like Atletico Madrid. I know. I know they did. We should have won that game. I'm frustrated. Yeah, Nkunku should have finished that. But remember, they also have some beautiful chance in the 6-yard box, in the 18, where it was going to the left side of the goalkeeper, and then he saved it. It would have been a goal. It would have been a goal.
That double save from Palmer was good as well.
Yeah. So both goalkeepers were good. Both goalkeepers were very good on that day. And can you
But I'm
imagine
so
that
worried
goalkeeper?
that Strasbourg/Chelsea sold Max Sells, man.
Yeah, that goalkeeper was coming from Strasbourg, Chelsea's second team in the French league. They sold that goalkeeper to Nottingham Forest. So it's a good goalkeeper. Good goalkeeper. It says when Liverpool have no VAR, they don't win. All right, keep slow, man. He said I don't respect Nottingham Forest, so I hope they get relegated. All right, the Liverpool game will be difficult. A bit difficult, but not too difficult. We're gonna have Ronaldo Viega playing the Cucurella's position, and probably we're gonna have a Tosi will be in the Fofana position. Hopefully, it works well for us. Nottingham Tourist FC. All right, Todd said Sanchez was great in my opinion. He played well. Palmer is hard to stop. He had so many chances to score, but Sales was great too. He made some great saves against Palmer. Two double saves. Two double saves. Guys, so having said this, do not forget to drop a like on Blueclouds with the YouTube channel video. Yes, we are live on 2 platforms at this time, X and YouTube. So wherever you're tuning in from, don't forget to follow us on X, and also you can drop a like on the video and also share it if you get a chance. So thank you guys. So Akim says I want a Romeo Lavia. He want Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia, I think he's getting back from injury. He's working his way back. I don't know. Lavia. What country is he coming from? I can't remember.
Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium. Yeah. How can I forget this? Yeah, Belgium. Musk said sales big save two yap from Master. Big up to you, big brother. I hope your day is going on well. Steven,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're ready now regarding yesterday's game.
Yeah, I had to run and do something quick that I wasn't expecting. So
Yeah, that's okay. No, that's okay. You don't have to explain yourself. That's fine. All right. So 1-1 yesterday at the bridge. Not a result that Chelsea fans were expecting, but then they were able to spread that three points, 1-1 on each other, and then we left the one to FIFA. Oh no, the Premier League.
It's just so annoying. Like, why is it whenever a team come to Stamford Bridge, their keeper turns into Manuel Neuer? We had it with. Do you remember Kobel in the Champions League for Borussia Dortmund?
Mm-hmm.
The exact same thing happened with him.
And the Liverpool goalkeeper too.
Oh, don't get me started, man.
Is it Kelly or Kelly? What his name is? Kelly. He becomes like Manuel Neuer when he comes to Stamford Bridge. I don't know. I think this is what I think. I think a lot of teams don't come to Stamford Bridge to play football. So when it comes to Stamford Bridge, and we detain the pace, because Chelsea played over 66% of yesterday's game in terms of possession. But although they dominate possession, they had so many shots, but just fewer of the shots were on target. 8 shots were on target for Chelsea. Forest had 9 shots on target. So we dominated, but we're not that effective up front. We did not have much of the killer passes. Big chances created were not many. I think big chances created were 3, if I can remember.
I mean, Forest sat deep, so it made it difficult for Chelsea. But at the same time, one thing that is good is that we did still create the chances. Okay, we didn't take them, yeah?
Yeah.
But last season, we wouldn't have created many chances at all against a low block. So the fact that we were still creating chances, even if we didn't take them, is actually a positive to take from it. There's not many positives, to be honest, but that is one of the positives you can take from the game, is that Chelsea did create chances against a low block. So we might actually be able to break those kinds of teams down now. So hopefully going forward, it won't be as big an issue. But look, you're going to get some games where you don't finish the chances and all that. It is what it is. But Max Sells should have been sent off, because the amount of time wasting he done. Then he got a yellow card, and then he still kept time wasting, and Kavanagh didn't do it. Do you know what's
But
even worse?
whenever did you see a goalkeeper being sent off for wasting so much time in the Premier League? In the Premier League, I'm not saying hasn't, but how many? How often does that happen in the Premier League?
Do you know what? Regardless how many times it happens, the rules state about time wasting, you get booked.
Yeah.
Goalkeeper shouldn't get protected for that. If you're taking 8-9 minutes on goal kicks, yeah, like combined, you know, like Arsenal did against Man City, like their combined goal kicks were 9-10 minutes, whatever, yeah? You're taking that long, you get told 2 or 3 times. You do it again, you get booked. You do it again, get told. This is your last warning, otherwise I'm sending you off. Yeah?
Yeah.
Do it again, goodbye, off the pitch, have a nice day. Because otherwise, teams have got to keep doing it. They do it all the time. And they don't ever punish it. It took to the 90th minute to flipping give him a yellow card for time wasting. It's pathetic. Why is it a rule that all this time wasting and delaying the restart stuff is a yellow card? Yeah, like if you kick the ball away, it's a yellow card. And you see it like sometimes where teams pick up the ball to take a throw and then instantly they're told to hurry up and they end up getting a booking, yeah, for time wasting and all that, yeah? Why should a goalkeeper get protected? They're still a player. They're still on the pitch.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. And do you know what's even more annoying? If they actually enforce the rules correctly, it would stop the time wasting, yeah? You'd get more time of the ball in play. And if they'd enforced it yesterday, Forest had already used all 5 of their subs, so they would have had to put an outfield player in goal, and that's a good punishment. Because at the end of the day, you've used your 5 subs, your keeper's been stupid and kept time wasting, you get punished for it. That's how it should be.
I mean, speaking of time wasting and all that, I understand that. I understand what you mean. I mean, it doesn't help. But with Chelsea has so much time on the pitch. Chelsea have so much time. Big up to you, my friend. Juju.
The second half had less than 30 minutes of the ball in play.
Right. Juju said, I pray that we're not bombarded with Clear Lake fighting this international break. I doubt you're going to hear that.
You know it's happening.
Is it happening?
Every international break.
Oh, yeah. The media will bring us something. The media will bring us something to talk about Chelsea because there's nothing to talk about Chelsea. And Chelsea, when you put Chelsea in the media, you sell. If you put Chelsea in front of your on front page, middle page, or back page, you will sell. Because psychological, look, anytime you buy a newspaper from the news vendor machine or whatever machine you buy, or maybe the if you buy it, the first thing you do is 3 things. It's psychologically human nature. First, you look in front, the first front page. Then you go to the middle. Then you're looking at the back. Those are the most 3 key areas that everyone does when you buy a newspaper. So if you have Chelsea right there, you spend some few minutes over there. So that worth your time of buying a newspaper. So that's what they'll be looking for. Something, either they'll go to Bloomberg, trying to find something from Bloomberg that has related to finance and all that kind of stuff to put something out there. I'm telling you, don't be surprised. Something will come out different from what we've seen in the past. Juju said, he said, I hope we don't get bombarded with Clear Lake and infighting this international break. Thank you very much, my brother. I hope so. I hope nothing really bad come out. Kim So said, robbery result. The ref also, yes. Chris Kavanagh doesn't like. He's crooked as just like Anthony Taylor. One thing that we're about to talk about, we've gone through a little preview. We're going to end that here. But we will talk about the indiscipline at Chelsea Football Club. No doubt. It is fact. It is fact. It is not opinion. Some people use the opinion as fact. And there's someone called, I don't want to even mention his name yet. His opinion is always fact. They're factual for him. But that's not what we're dealing with. Yeah. Rory Jennings' opinions are always fact.
I intentionally call him Tory. I don't even call him that.
Tory Jennings' opinions are always fact, but not fact to us. This is fact. We're gonna get into that real soon. Kim So said he really hates the Premier League. Kim, so I know I hate football these days. I hate football because football don't used to be football like 20 years ago, 30 years ago anymore. Every little nut, every little body check, someone has to go on the floor. Morgan Gibbs White tackle, Moses Caicedo tackle on Morgan Gibbs White. There's no way this lad has to go down on the floor and spend that much minutes that he did because Chris Kavanagh was right there.
Is that when he got injured?
Yeah, that's when he said he got injured. Chris Kavanagh was
the guy that was down for 7 minutes, right?
Absolutely.
Oh no, he wasn't. That was a separate one. I'm thinking of the wrong one.
This one was right in front of the 18.
The 7-minute one was a separate one. I think Gibbs White was already off as injured by that point.
Okay, but this one was right in front of the 18. It was right in front. It was a tackle, and Moses Caicedo got the ball right away from him. And Chris Kavanagh was right there. And I watched the replay like 3 times, and there was no contact. He was holding his shin. Dude was holding his shin. And I was like, what is wrong? And I even sent a message to Ryan. I was like, Ryan, look at this video and tell me if you saw any contact in this tackle. And Ryan said no, there was nothing in there. The dude was on the floor, man. And Chris Kavanagh didn't even give a yellow card or anything. Not even a foul. He didn't even give a foul. He just revisited the action and said, okay, let's take care of him and see what is wrong with him. And other players came complaining and protesting, and Kavanagh said there was nothing wrong there. There was nothing involved. So I give Kavanagh that respect on that simulation over there. But yeah, Mas said what's he saying here? He says Kavanagh sent off Rice, didn't he?
Correct.
Yeah, he did.
That was correct. He was correct.
That's great. Yeah.
He was delaying a restart in the rules. He's done something that causes him to give him a second yellow. That's the rule.
I still disagree with you, Stevie. On that one, I still disagree with you. 100%.
Listen, over here they got a program, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Premier League mic'd up or something, and it's the referees, yeah. They pick 5 or 6 incidents from like a 4-week period. So you have like game week 1 to 4, and then you have like 5 to 9 or something like that, yeah. And they played audio. That was one of the ones that they played. And Kavanagh literally says, I don't want to do it, but you've given me no choice. Because by the rules, he's delayed the restart by kicking the ball away, and it's a yellow card. Rice was already on a yellow card, therefore he's got sent off.
I understand what you're saying. He did not kick the ball.
I don't want to do it, but I've got no choice.
I understand, but dude, he did not kick the ball. Rice did not kick the. He didn't. No, he didn't.
You've seen it.
I saw it, Stephen. I saw it, and I sent that video to you. Rice never kicked the ball.
He does.
No, he didn't. Look for the video again, and you didn't end up seeing that. He rather kicked Declan Rice because Declan Rice was walking towards his path. He never kicked the ball.
Kicks the ball away as their players going to kick the ball. That's what happened.
Let's see. Maybe I'll find a video. I'll find a video of it, and we can all.
The ball, and then the Brighton player is going to take a quick free kick, and because the ball's been moved and Rice is now stood there, that's why Rice gets kicked. Because he's kicked the ball away, then he stood there, and then he's got a wallop. You know what? You want a time waste and stuff like that, then whatever happens, you deserve it, to be honest. If you want to kick the ball away and then the person's mid-motion going to kick the ball to take a free kick, yeah?
Right.
You get walloped one by their foot, you deserve it.
I still stand on where I stand because I did not see, and I've watched this replay many times. I'll go back, I'll revisit that action again and see if indeed he kicked that ball. But anyway,
it was outside of his foot. That's what he did.
All right, so Matt said very inconsistency. A high inconsistency in the Premier League. Who cares? Time wasting. Really, referee can add more minutes to it. Yeah.
They added on 13 minutes. They should have added another 3 or 4 because of the subs and the time wasting that happened in that full 13 minutes, but they didn't.
Balls all around the pitch, according to Nick. Nick, big up to you, Nick. He says, Akim, so stop hoping Forest to get relegated. Absolutely. Kim So, you see, they'll attack you over here. They'll do that. You can't do that, Kim So. Nick, thank you very much, Nick. Kim So, big up to Kim So. I think I can pronounce this right. Void, right? This name, the name is Void. It says that has to be the Dieter's tactician I've seen this season, and thought Arsenal were bad. This Forest coach plays the most disgusting football I've ever seen in years. Ah, look, Void. If you know much about Nuno Esperanto Santos, then you should know what you're getting at your football club. He never played beautiful football. He has never ever. Look, this guy he was a goalkeeper in his days as a professional player. So what else? What else do you expect from me? He wasn't an outfield player. He was a goalkeeper. It's just like you're telling Peter Cech to be your coach, and then Peter Cech. What do you expect from Peter Cech? Peter Cech is going to think about defensive. First thing that comes to him when you bring Peter Cech to your football club, before he gets things going, he has to get a good goalkeeper. That's what comes to his mind first, because he is a goalkeeper. First thing he worries about a good goalkeeper and goalpost. Then he has to look for a defender.
One of the foundation positions, so no matter what your position is, that's going to be a priority regardless.
But you get what I'm trying to say. The kind of manager you're bringing in, and it's the how will I say, the psychological nature of that manager. He's defensive. He was a goalkeeper.
Not necessarily.
I mean, if you're Pep Guardiola, will not go defensive because he was a attacking midfielder. You get what I'm saying? He liked the Catanaccio style of play. So he's never going to be a defensive manager. The same thing with Cesc Fabregas. He's also what they call a midfielder. He's all about possession-based and attacking. Antonio Conte in his days, what was Antonio Conte? Was he a defender?
Can't remember.
I think Conte was a defender. So he plays that style of football. You get what I mean? You don't expect Zidane to play defensive football. You don't expect Zidane to play that way. It's never going to happen. So if you bring in Peter Cech, he's worried about his goalkeeper.
The team that Zidane was at, bro, like if they were playing defensive football with the midfield and attack that they had, I would have serious questions.
But don't you think that Nuno Espirito Santos could have get his players play much better football than the negative style of football that he chose to play against Chelsea?
It depends on what he thinks the players.
Look at the number of players that he had when he was with Tottenham Hotspur. He played the same kind of football, very negative until Daniel Levy sacked him. Then he went to the Saudi Pro League and he got sacked from there too because he was having issues with certain players and their style of play.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're going to Tottenham, you kind of need to protect your leads. I mean, look what happened yesterday. Bro, I was changing from one train to another. I see it's 1-0, I get off the train, I thought, I've not got any notifications. It must still be 1-0. I went to grab food. Whilst I'm waiting for the food, I see our group chat saying it's 2-2, And then as soon as I say, draw will be best for us, Brighton go and score a flipping winner 3-2. But when I looked back, Spurs were 2-0 up. You've got to play like that if you're at Spurs because of the mentality. It is who they are. But Spurs, I think, if I'm not mistaken, have thrown away more leads of any top 6 club, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember what the period was that was given, but they'd thrown away more. So there's something to it. I'm not just waffling. There is some substance to it.
All right, Stephen, thank you. We're moving on from that. Then we'll be talking about the indisciplined nature or the discipline aspect of Chelsea's, Chelsea Football Club. And like I said, we'll get into that right now. Let me go through these comments real quick. Mustard, I have a choice. You have a choice. Some referees said didn't want to send off Kovacic and didn't want to send off Szoboszlai for some issues. I don't know why. If the rules are there, just like Steven said, if the rules are there, why wouldn't you apply the rules, on the pitch instead of having sympathizing with certain players and certain football club, just like we saw with what's his name? This referee that just retired. He said that at Sky Sports. He said that because it's his mate and he doesn't want to give a extra yellow card or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure Steven might remember that.
It was the one from the Cucurella hairpull.
Yeah. Cucurella one. Is it Cucurella one?
Yeah, it was from that one. Mike Dean. He said that he didn't want to basically correct him or send him to the monitor because he was his mate.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're there to do a job. I don't care if you're mates or not mates. You're there to do a job and to get decisions correct.
Why didn't you apply the rules?
Which forces the head back is dangerous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, it is a red card. It is as simple as that. But he went, he's my mate. I'm not going to send him over. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that one.
All right, must set a choice description. Referee choose the description. So yeah, he had a choice to run game or not, according to Mas. Thank you very much. DJ Saab, big up to you, brother. Hope your family and everyone is doing well. Mas said, DJ said a big up to me, Steven. According to one Liverpool channel, we are getting battered.
The guy's a moron.
We are getting battered by them on October 20th.
Yeah, Nia,
I cannot wait for us to.
The guy's a moron.
What was that, Steven?
I know the channel he's on about. The guy's a moron.
Oh, okay. Since I can't wait for us to disappoint him, people will start talking a whole lot until they meet Chelsea. Chelsea like teams that opens up. Come and open up for Chelsea, and you regret you did. All referees call it, and they don't call it. Time wasting is silly. Some do, some doesn't. It depends on the kind of game you're playing or the kind of position you're facing, and which, to me, is not right. Proper chairs, according to DJ Saab over here. Must said, all ref call it, and okay, I think I read that one. Okay, hey DJ, big up to you. Big up to you, Nick and Void and King So from Todd. Big up to you, Todd. Big up, Todd. How are you doing? Okay. Right. Proper Chelsea is what DJ Saab. DJ Saab, I hope you're keeping well, brother. All right, Steven. Now let's get to the main point of today's show. I call it the aftermath of the Chelsea showdown. There was
the court case of Man City to do with the sponsorships with the Premier League.
Yeah.
Chelsea and Everton gave evidence supporting Man City because it was to do with sponsorships or something. And Chelsea and Everton gave evidence supporting Man City against the Premier League.
So in this instance, Chelsea
this
and
isn't
Everton,
related to the 115 charges. This is separate.
This is way different. Yeah. In this aspect, Chelsea and Everton are supporting Manchester City. Right? So 3 against the Premier League.
So it was Man City who took them to court, and then Chelsea and Everton gave evidence supporting Man City.
That's mad, isn't it? That's mad. All right, Steven.
Yeah.
We're talking about the discipline yesterday. Todd, I've seen your comment. Keep it coming.
I also saw that you had gone to do a preview and it turned into a watch along.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that, but something told me, Nick, keep it going.
Yeah. I saw your message whilst I was at the game that you sent me.
Yeah.
Picture.
It's very, very hard to try and see what is going to work. I was just on YouTube and all of a sudden, X, and all of a sudden. It was
just one of those days where it pushed the channel.
I wouldn't say channel, but if those numbers could have jumped to YouTube, it would have been mad. But all those numbers were on X, and I don't know how X works. It's over 200 people that were watching the video, almost about 300. Or if I can remember, I think about 300, Steven.
340 you sent me.
Yeah, 340 people were watching the channel live for over 2 hours of a watch along. And it wasn't a watch along stream.
I'm not even joking. I think it was 333 at 3 hours and 33 minutes.
Yeah, and I think about 15 was on YouTube, and the others were on X, and it was just good, all by myself, and I was just making the stream very very interesting, and the guys were just sending comments in, and I was just loving it. That's what I like to talk to people on this platform anytime I go live. But interesting, Steven.
Yep.
Let's get to the show. Let's get to the show. Todd says Santo and is it Sanchez? It mentions Sanchez or Santo.
Santo, as in Nuno Espirito Santo.
Oh, Espirito Santo. Nuno. Okay, Nuno Espirito Santo told BBC that the doctor will do a scan on Morgan Gibbs White, according to the Nottingham Forest Post. Thank you very much, Todd, for sharing that with us.
He was just called up to the England squad as well, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was being called up, but I think he's going to withdraw because of that.
So it's unfortunate timing.
Yeah, and also, what's his name again? One of the defenders. What's his name? The one defender, England defender, also Consul. Is it Consul?
Yeah, Ezri Konsa. He went off injured as well.
Yeah, so he's also withdraw. He's going to withdraw. I think it's about time they call Tariq Mitchell, or he's not been good this season.
I know.
All right, Tadigia said Enzo Maresca on Chelsea getting a 25,000 fine for 6 or more yellow cards. I'm not going to pay. I'm proud of the team for the way they have been fighting. I like the spirit of the team, according to Enzo Maresca speaking.
I think it's 50,000. I think it's 25 for the first one, then it doubles the second time, I think.
Oh boy. I want to 3 love you forever. Big up to you. She said, big up Nick Zion and everyone joining today. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. I want to love you forever for your support. Even a long distance, you always support this channel. You're true Blueclouds media fan. Absolutely, definitely. You she said, big up Steven. I hope you and the family are well too. That's from Iowa. Yes, Steven. He gave you a thumb up. Enzo Maresca is speaking, and fact, hypocrites everywhere. Must say that Chelsea, Newcastle, and Everton part of the evil empire with Sita they choose.
I mean, no, it's to do with sponsorships. It's not to do with the 115 charges.
So, Mas, you had that. You had that.
It was found that the Premier League rules on sponsorship broke some sort of rule or law or something. So actually, Chelsea did the right thing.
Yeah. So now we get to the main game, guys. This is last season. This is last season from Nicholas Jackson, Steven. Last season, Nicholas Jackson, and we saw this.
He doesn't care. He just doesn't.
This guy is the most indisciplined player at Chelsea Football Club. If Chelsea is going to win the title, it will be from this guy. If Chelsea is not going to win the title, or if Chelsea is not going to find himself in top 4, it's going to be this guy. Whether we win the title or whether we don't win it, all will depend on this crazy guy over here. This crazy lunatic Nicholas Jackson, who does things that normal people doesn't do. Man is on the bench when the team score a goal.
To be fair,
he runs across.
Cleared as well. Both benches cleared.
No, I'm talking about last season when Chelsea scored a goal. This guy was on the bench. He ran across the left and breadth and ran past the referee and went to celebrate with his team at the corner touch, all the way in the corner touch. And I don't know what is.
It would only been better if he ran past the ref and shushed him as he ran past.
I don't know what's wrong. What goes on in this guy's brain? He did this, and this time, this is what he did. Look at this time. Just yesterday, he went on and slapped a player. And he could be fined for doing that. Although VAR camera wasn't there, there's so many evidence that he could end up being fined.
They always say, if VAR sees it, then they can't do retrospective action, yeah? So why am I hearing that they could do retrospective action when VAR checked it and cleared it?
Or even they don't even check it at all.
No, they did. Apparently VAR checked it and cleared it.
No, I'm saying sometimes they don't even check it. They say the referee, they'll stand with the referee's decision.
But no, apparently VAR checked it and cleared it. So why couldn't he get retrospective action if the whole thing is VAR saw it at the time, so they can't punish him? Remember, that was the line with any retrospective on the hairpull on Cucurella.
Yeah.
They said they can't do any retrospective action because it was an incident seen at the time by the video assistant referee. But as soon as a Chelsea player does a slap and they see another angle, they go, hold on, we're going to change our line. We might look at it.
We have to change the rules because it is Chelsea. The
thing
rules
is, people think we're complaining and stuff. Yeah, no, we're just stating facts. The fact is, they've previously, not just for the Chelsea Tottenham one, but on several different incidents, used the line of there can't be any retrospective action if the video assistant referee views the incident at the time. Yeah?
Yeah.
But with this one, there's talk that they could. I can't tell the difference. Hang on. Let me think. So at Stamford Bridge again, one happened on a Chelsea player, which was the hairpull by a Tottenham player. The other is an alleged slap. It might have been kind of a push in the face to get him away. It could be either or, depending on how you view it. By a Chelsea player at Stamford Bridge. I've got it. He was wearing blue at Stamford Bridge, playing for Chelsea. There's your difference.
I mean, I don't know. Just like Musk said, look, the inconsistency in the Premier League is too high, and there's too many evidence that tells you that these referees don't know what they're doing. They referee game by game depending on what kind of opposition team that they referee in the game. If it's Chelsea and Arsenal, the rules on that pitch have to be different. If it's Chelsea and maybe Nottingham Forest or Chelsea Everton, the rules are different. To look at the bigger team, okay, this maybe a grade 1 team, a grade 1 game or a level 1 game that will referee. The rules has to be a bit different compared to the rules like maybe Newcastle United, or I wouldn't say Newcastle United now, say Southampton and Everton, or Southampton versus maybe one of those promoted teams, or maybe I'll say one of the mid-table teams. Because if this have happened and VAR or Premier League is going to investigate after the game is over, they're going to investigate and look at these.
VAR saw it.
Yeah, VAR saw it and they ruled it out. He said he didn't see anything, but there was no cameras for it, so VAR did not see anything. So where is the Premier League going to get the footage from individual footages that they see on social media to justify or to punish Nicholas Jackson? But as Sanchez said, our players need to stop talking to the referees. I'm not sure if you've seen that quote from Sanchez. He said the players need to stop talking to the referees, stay away. But Nicholas Jackson, this got nothing to do with you. It's got nothing to do with you. What's your problem? It is. And do you know how this thing happened? Do you know what's Cucurella's fault? That's why he considered a yellow card. I'm not sure if you've seen what happened, Stephen. Do you know that it was Cucurella's fault?
It is what it is. I don't blame him for being mad, though.
No, do you know what's Cucurella's fault?
No, I saw what happened, but I don't blame him for being mad.
What's your narrative? Can you narrate what really happened before Cucurella was being brought down, and then he went to get his manager down on the floor, Stephen? I'm not sure if you've seen that video.
He didn't. If you're saying he got booked for a foul, he didn't get booked for the foul.
Yeah, he got booked for foul before they brought him down.
He didn't get booked for the foul because the ref didn't play advantage, and the ref gave a Chelsea throw-in and not a Forest free kick. So he didn't get a yellow card for that.
But why was the yellow card coming from there? What's the reason for Cucurella getting the second?
He got in the fourth official's face. He got in the fourth official's face and he was like complaining to him.
And you know that you're not allowed to do that.
I don't care if they done their jobs. Yeah, players wouldn't get so peed off with them. Just do your job, be consistent, and players won't get annoyed with you as much. That's all we all ask for. As fans, as players, as managers, that's all we ask for. Just a little bit of consistency, please.
See, I know we're saying this, but it still come back to the same thing that we're talking about: the indiscipline. You know that Chelsea are known for conceding so many yellow cards. Last season, the amount of yellow
Yeah,
cards
but I
given
mean,
in the Premier League to a specific team was Chelsea.
yeah,
This
but
season, to
how
one
many of them
game.
would be less? Look at the look at the Bournemouth game, yeah? The Bournemouth game between the two teams combined, yeah? There's probably about 2 or 3 challenges that were worthy of yellow cards. He gave like 15 yellow cards. Only 2 or 3 of them were
14.
actually worthy
14.
of yellow cards.
14 yellow cards. Chelsea,
Okay, I
Chelsea
was
considered
basically
11.
there. I was like 1 card
Yeah,
off. But
yeah.
my point
Chelsea
is,
11.
out of all of those, only 2 or 3 of them, maybe 4 at a push, were worthy of yellow cards. Yeah? How do
Right.
you get up to 14 for stuff that isn't a foul? Bro, remember the Fofana one, yeah? Fofana just went like that. He had his arms out to stop the player coming past him, yeah? Which happens every game. It happened yesterday to our player. Our player was, I think it was even Kukurea. He had the Forest player's arm like that pretty much across his throat, yeah? Because the Forest player is trying to shield him from getting past him. They didn't give a free kick for it yesterday. But when Fofana done it, it was a free kick and a yellow card against Bournemouth because of Anthony Taylor. This is what I'm saying about consistency. We bang on about it basically every week because of they can't be consistent. It's a conversation we have to have like every week there's a Premier League game. I'm so fed up. I'm fed up with having the conversation, but it's a conversation that we need to keep having because it's a thing that needs to keep being pointed out about the officiating. It's inconsistent or it's just, I don't even know, corruption at this point.
We're going to come back to that here in a bit. Did you start to Chelsea?
We'll be back to it in about 2 weeks' time when Chelsea play Liverpool because that's when the Premier League's back. So we'll be back to it then.
I know. Chelsea are impressed with a low, with how Georgi Petrovic, yeah, loan spell at Stamford Bridge is progressing. There is Strasbourg is progressing, and there is a potential for him to return to the to default. Is it to fold at Stamford Bridge? Coming from DJ. DJ, thank you very much for sharing that with us. Yeah, Georgi Petrovic has been impressive this season for Strasbourg, and it looks like things are turning around. I think that either Lyon is on top of the league table right now. Lyon is.
I think it's still PSG. I'm gonna check. Give me 2 seconds.
Lyon.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not PSG.
I'm checking now.
Scala, the busy man. Where have you been, Scala?
Oh, it's Monaco top.
Monaco, yeah, Monaco is not Lyon. Monaco.
Monaco at top.
Yeah, Monaco.
PSG is second because PSG had drawn 2 games, Monaco had drawn 1.
Yeah, I meant to say Monaco and I said Lyon.
But Strasbourg is 7th. Lyon at 8th. Strasbourg ahead of Lyon on goal difference.
So I'm not so sure. So can Chelsea, let's say Champions League, Strasbourg in France, can Chelsea play Strasbourg in the Champions League without any what do you call it?
I don't know entirely how it works because I think the ruling used to be that you can't have 2 teams that you have like a majority control in or something be in the same competition or something, but I think it's Man City and Man U both have that this season with the Champions League and the Europa League. They're both, their teams are in the same competition. But I don't know if they're allowed to be drawn against each other in the league phase. I think it has to be knockout stages, but I'm not entirely certain.
But even if you don't draw each other in the competition, let's say y'all have progressed to the finals, and Chelsea owns Chelsea, and then Chelsea owns Strasbourg, and then these 2 teams have to meet each other in the finals. How do you go about that? Because definitely there will be some interest somewhere.
It's different management groups though. Like they're under the Chelsea umbrella. Strasbourg are under the Chelsea umbrella. But it's not the actual day-to-day running is done by different people. Your day-to-day running isn't done by the same people. So
But it's owned by one people.
Can't do anything about it.
It's owned by the same person. It means that a certain interest will be there. It's should the owners say, okay, let's talk to Strasbourg owners to play down for Chelsea to win it for the third time, or should Strasbourg say, okay, Chelsea, we want you guys to bring it down, / Strasbourg win it.
There's
so
nothing that can be done about
some kind
that.
of a,
if they've both got there fairly, there's nothing that can be done.
What was that again, Steven?
If they've both got there fairly, which they would, because we're not Man City, we're not cheating, yeah, then there's nothing the authorities can do about that. If they've both got there fairly from the draws and all that, nothing can be done about it. The game has to be played no matter what.
But the competitive nature of the game is not going to be high because we've already know who's going to win it at the end of the game.
But Chelsea are a strong team, so you'd expect Chelsea to win anyway.
I don't know.
Bro tried to do his Peter Griffin.
All right, so I was in Scala United. Where this man be, man? Scala, where have you been? Saski Must said a Saski goal. Oh, sorry, I said Saski. Saka goal and then 2 assists, MVP. Saka, can you imagine that? Some people don't recognize Saka as a world-class player. Some people don't think so. Todd Labor says big up to Scala. Makeem in the building says big up Nia, big up to the chat and everyone out there. Big up to you, Makeem. I hope your day is going on well. Todd, big up to you. Todd said big up to Makeem. Makeem says Strasbourg could easily give us a run for our money. They can't, but they don't want to jeopardize Chelsea. Makeem.
How could Strasbourg give Chelsea a run for their money? Have you seen the Chelsea team compared to Strasbourg?
Makeem, they are 7th position in the in the French league. They are 7th position in the French league, Strasbourg, and Chelsea are in the top 4 and playing in the most difficult league in the world. And Chelsea have given some of their I said French players.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Chelsea have given players to Strasbourg because we want those players to develop.
And those players are not Chelsea's, first team material. So that should tell you that there's no way they can compete with Chelsea.
But it's not even just that. Like, you've seen what our B team looks like, yeah? That B team is better than a lot of teams, probably exception of PSG, yeah?
Yeah.
In that league. That team could probably finish 2nd or 3rd in Liga. That's not even an exaggeration.
The second team.
Yeah.
Chelsea's second
one
team.
That
right?
We've been playing in the cups with like Nkunku and Mudryk and Neto and all them lot.
Steven, the bottom line is Chelsea's conceding so many yellow cards. What's the way forward? How can Enzo Maresca talk to these boys? What's the best solution for this? What's the way forward?
The Premier League stopped giving us corrupt officials like Anthony Taylor. And then our players like Nicholas Jackson shut up and stopped chatting rubbish to the officials. Yeah? Having said that, one of Nicholas Jackson's yellow cards was absolute BS. Ironically, that was the Bournemouth game. Because all he did, he went up to Anthony Taylor when he gave Bournemouth a free kick on the edge of our area. And all he done was he calmly, and I say this not because he's a Chelsea player, because I remember Sancho in the same game going mad at Anthony Taylor about not giving a decision. Whereas Jackson went up to him and went, why is that not a foul down there? Like, why is that not a foul? That's calm. And he got booked. If you're shouting in the ref's face, yeah, like what Sancho did in that game, yes, yellow card. But if they're calmly saying to you, why was that not a yellow card, yeah, and you have to book them, yeah, because you cannot control them, because you are a terrible ref, you have no authority, yeah, and you feel like you want all the attention on you, if you can't explain something to somebody, yeah, and you have to give him a yellow card for simply asking calmly, then get out of the league, stop reffing in this league, go abroad. Go Saudi. Get your money in Saudi as a ref. Or Qatar or wherever it is they go every now and then with the city owners.
But also, like I said, that we have to clean our house. Enzo Maresca have to sit these players down and talk to them about this yellow card because it's becoming too much. Why are we?
RBS. So that's probably more his point, is that a lot of them are actually BS yellow cards either through. I think he even said it, not said BS, but he said, I think, after one of our recent games that some of the yellow cards are just because of the referee. Like, they're not worthy of a yellow card, but the referee's given a yellow card. So that's probably more of what his view is that actually a lot of these aren't worthy of a yellow card. It's actually just the referee's very card happy and hasn't got control of the game. The Bournemouth game is the prime example. Like I said earlier, there's maybe 3 or 4 yellow cards between the two teams combined that were actually yellow cards.
The Bournemouth game, to be honest with you, was too much. Some of them was very, very unnecessary. Some of the yellow cards, the one that they deserved, I think Bournemouth was supposed to. There was one of the players that I think either the captain or someone
Cole Palmer and getting away with it, and they
double
got
yellow cards.
Yellow cards for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of their players should have been sent off because they kept fouling and kicking. Palmer constantly kept getting wounded, and it was always a next one you're in trouble, blah blah blah, and then it never happened.
All right, so Stephen, what do you make of this comment from Mr. McKean? He says, you guys realize that Madrid lost against Lille. Then he came back again and says, McGee deserves his chances. Jackson is too comfortable and very, very indisciplined. McKean said that he would have buried that in Kunku's header, according to McKean. So yeah, he's. I mean, remember he said that Strasbourg would give Chelsea for a round of their money, a round for their money, and then you said you disagree with McKean, and McKean came up with another comment. He said, "Do you remember that? You guys remember Lille beat
Lille won 1-0, and they won 1-0 because of a penalty. That's why they won 1-0 against Real Madrid." But
at least they still won it. In a penalty,
they won it. But if your argument is Lille beat Real Madrid, yeah, they beat them by a penalty. It's not like they outclassed them and won dominantly or anything like that. It's just one of those games. It happens in football. That's why the matches, we have to say it all the time. We always say it. We say matches are not won on paper, and that's why you have to win. Have to play the games. Leicester were like 5,000 to 1 to win the league. Yeah. Like the longest odds in Premier League history to win the league. Yeah. And they won it. That is exactly why games have to be played. Having said that, the strength of our B team is absolutely mental. And our B team beat Strasbourg. Strasbourg are also not as strong as Lille. Lille are a stronger team than Strasbourg. Granted, Lille are currently below Strasbourg, I believe. Yeah. Was it Lille? Yeah, Lille were currently below Strasbourg.
Stephen, coming back to you again. What would be the coming back to you again? I have my way.
Wait, Lille were 5th. I stand corrected. Lille were 5th. They're 3 points ahead of Strasbourg.
I know how I'm going to solve this yellow card situation at Chelsea Football Club, but I want to take your point before. Mm-hmm. How would you tackle? How would you stop the unnecessary behavior from Chelsea players attracting yellow cards to themselves each and every game? How would you tackle if you? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. If you hold on a second. If you are the manager or you own Chelsea right now, how will you stop that yellow cards? Forget about the Premier League. No, forget about the Premier League officiating officials.
No, but then
how would you clean your home?
I told you another thing after. I said you tell them to shut up moaning at the refs all the time because you know you're getting booked for it. You see your teammates do it, you then go and do it, and then you get booked. Have you not learned your lesson? It's the same thing we say about Arsenal. Kick the ball where you got a yellow card. Then the next week you go and do the same thing. Learn your lessons. It's simple. Just let the captain speak to the ref. Having said that, I think it was 2 games ago. I think it was the Brighton game last week. Yeah. Enzo Fernandez is captain. He goes to speak to the ref, and the ref books him. Genius. Only the captain can speak to the ref. but the ref booked the captain for speaking to him.
This is what I'm
I've
thinking.
already said to you, my point is you simply tell them, shut up talking to the refs, you're going to get booked, and it's not worth it.
All right, hear me out. See if my style makes sense. Let me know what you think. Okay, if I am the owner of Chelsea Football Club, this is gonna be my rules. I'm gonna employ two committee. I mean, our player committee involve two people. Will investigate or will look into every yellow card that each and every player could see. If it is a stupid yellow card like Nicholas Jackson did when he ran off the bench across the breadth of the pitch to the other side of the corner line to celebrate with his fans instead of going on the other side of the pitch, but he went across it and go past the referee. That's a stupid yellow card to concede. You are going to end up paying that money. It's not coming from my check, and my check is coming from that individual player's check.
No, the thing about the fine is because of when you get 6 yellow cards, the club get a fine. That's what the fine thing is. It's not something else. It's when a club gets 6 yellow cards, they as a club get fined for failing to control the players. That's where the fine comes from.
Do you pay each and every yellow card, or do you have to pay when it's accumulated to like 5 yellow cards before you pay?
6 yellow cards in the game is 25 grand fine the first time, then I think it's 50 grand the second time.
That's ridiculous amount of money. That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of money to pay someone a week, maybe whatever a week to pay someone to investigate. If Nicholas Jackson, those yellow cards he's been paying, let's say if he does stupid yellow cards, 3 of them, I'm going to divide them into 3. So whichever one that is real, he doesn't deserve it, and the referees give it to him. I will pay.
You're not paying for accumulated yellows. You're paying. So Chelsea got 6 yellow cards in the game. Chelsea Football Club get fined for that game for failing to control their players in that game. It's not that game. Yes, one game. Chelsea that's when you pay. Fined about 50,000, I think it is. Someone put 25,000 when they put up a document or ask a question. But if I remember correctly, if it's the second time it happens, the fine doubles, and I think it's actually 50,000 because it's the second time. But like we said, the Bournemouth one should have never happened. So that one was bullshit.
My Kim just laughed. Yeah. I tell if I own Chelsea, I'll put up a rule, and then I'll say
probably have a system.
Too much. If you're involved for too many times, you're gonna end up getting out of your pocket. Because I'm not paying for these.
Normally have a system though.
Yellow cards.
But anyway, have a system. I know that previously, I think it was policed by the players. It's stuff like if you're late, you pay X amount of money. If you do this, you pay X amount of money. You do this, you do X amount of money. And there was like a whole list of things that you would pay a fine for. I think there's a picture from under Conte somewhere. I'd have to try and find it. But it lists all the fines. It was I think it was under Conte. There was a list of fines that the players had to pay for certain things. I'll try and find it and send it to you.
Okay. Whilst you're trying to find that, let's go to Scala. Scala in the building. Big up to you, Scala, man. Manchester United in the building here. Welcome back to the show again, Scala.
Yeah, big up. I mean, it's been a while. Been busy with things, so couldn't really.
What have you been up to? What have you been up to?
Yeah, just
share that with me.
Work,
60 seconds.
Just busy with work, and although I have been watching all the games, I just couldn't find time to, come onto the stream because I've been working. So it's been busy, but I've probably catched all the games. Not all the games, but definitely United ones and the big ones. So lots to probably get into. I mean, first of all, if we can talk about Chelsea. I think you guys are doing exceptionally well. Minus this result, the Forest one, I think you guys are on the right track. I feel I've seen enough. I feel like you have got a. I always said that like any team who's rebuilding, they need to have at least 6 to 7 players who are the core. Now when I look at your team, I see like at least 6 of the 11 players, they're going to start all the games. So that's a very good start for any manager, because that manager, I mean, not that manager, but any manager, if he knows that he has 6 to 7 players who he can trust, it's very easy to pick the 11, and then all the rest of them can, probably fight for the other places. So I feel now you got at a point,
Mhm.
and especially at the attacking position, you got so many options. Like, it's not like you can be so flexible. You literally got, like, I don't know if any other club has this depth of. I mean, you have Nkunku, Felix, and Sancho on the bench.
Yeah.
Say if Sancho doesn't start, that's a ridiculous amount of depth. So that depth couldn't score against Forest, but that's just one game. I
Are you there,
think.
Scholar?
Yeah, yeah, I'm there.
Hello?
I can hear him.
You can hear him?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
hear
I
Scholar,
can
yeah.
hear you, both of you.
He can hear both of us. It
No,
seems like you got that issue you had the other week where it
it
was
got
doing that
quiet.
with.
It got
Yeah.
quiet for a second, so I was like, I can't hear him anymore. But I'm glad you did. But yeah, we got some issues to talk about here, Scala. More Manchester United. Guys, I haven't said this. Let me plug myself real quick. Guys, we got 12 of you watching live on the channel on this channel right now. So wherever you're watching us from, don't forget to like and subscribe to Blue Clouds Media YouTube channel. And also we got our viewers and supporters on X. Also, we're streaming live on two platforms at the same time. So wherever you're watching us from, don't forget to subscribe and like if you haven't done that. Okay. Scala, United, things not going well for United at this moment. It looks like some say Eric Ten Hag is gonna go. He's like a dead man walking at this moment. Is there a chance that they're gonna sack Ten Hag before December?
Oh, before December, yeah. I mean, there are lots of chances that he could be sacked, even like before this transfer, whatever this international break finishes.
Mm.
We have 2 weeks of international break. I think we play the Premier League returns on 19th.
Yeah.
So I think he could be sacked within this time as well. There is supposed to be a review meeting today, or maybe within this window. I don't know what they are going to review, but yeah, but I think that Villa result, I think that could have probably saved, not saved, but probably given him a bit of more time. So we probably will be keeping him for the time being, but I wouldn't say concretely that he will be in the job by December as well, because there is another international break after this one, which is just ridiculous,
There's one in November.
That,
Yeah.
that's
So
what. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, look, he could be gone by then. He could be gone by this window as well. I don't know. We are. I mean, there is no clear. I mean, look. You mentioned like some of them don't want Ten Hag. It's majority. I think more than 90% of the fan base has turned on him. Even like even the media people, they have literally turned against this guy. So I mean, when Sky Sports is literally doing like top 5 reasons why United are failing, and the top of the list is Eric Ten Hag, you kind of got to agree. The majority that this guy is not good enough, and even the Villa result. I mean, I don't think like it was a draw. I mean, it wouldn't have been a draw if Villa didn't play midweek against Bayern Munich. Say they had, I mean, Villa played young boys in their first opening Champions League game.
Yeah.
If it was switched, say they played Bayern Munich in their opening game, and yeah, they played young boys this week, and they're playing United now, I think they would have beaten us, because man for man, they were the one of the form teams in the league. They have literally got all the positions better players than us, and we are playing at Villa Park. I mean, I was absolutely surprised to learn this stat that United are unbeaten at Villa Park in the last 29 games. I mean, that's a that's a
29
shocking
games.
stat. Yeah, I mean that's a shocking stat for myself as well when I learned. Then
That's shocking given that you're full under like Ollie and you're full under Ten Hag.
yeah,
Like, that's mental.
yeah, when I was thinking like, yeah, I mean, I tend to remember because there have been couple of games like I remember one game last under Oli. I mean, Bruno Fernandes, that guy dived and we got a penalty and we won. And all the fans, I think that guy, who was that guy? Dean Smith was the manager, I think. Yeah, he was up in arms. He was calling Bruno left, right, and center things. So, yeah, but yeah, so I think probably that run extended. But when it comes to Eric Ten Hag, I am
Yeah.
not. I cannot give you a definitive answer. He could be gone by this international break if it ends, whenever it ends, and by November as well. As you mentioned, he's literally a dead man walking.
I know you can say that it's some of the problem has been from Eric Ten Hag in terms of the players that he brought in, the amount of money being spent. Who do you reckon if we have to sack Eric Ten Hag? I mean, take a caretaker can be what's his name again?
Rude,
What's his name again? The assistant manager. But
rude.
yeah, Ruben Nistelrooy. Ruben Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Besides that, who would you think that United should bring in? Do you think Alonso will be one of the players that United will be looking out for?
No. I mean, Alonso literally committed his future last
Oh, I
summer.
mean,
He said that
every
he's going
every
to stay
monkey
at
has a
Bayern.
price tag. Everything has a price tag
Yeah,
in
they
this
do,
world.
but I don't think we can get Alonso out. I don't think we can get any top manager out of the job when it's literally like the
Who
transfer window has ended and season has started.
who would he be
I
going
mean, I
for?
know, yeah, I know the United board, they do like Tuchel, and they spoke to Tuchel after the FA Cup win. I remember clearly, but Tuchel had some reservations, like he wanted some more power. But under this new Ineos board, they were like, "You are the employee, and we will buy players. You might have some part of we'll consult you, but we are following this route which you guys are following at your club as well." I don't think Enzo Maresca, like all the players were consulted. Some of them are club signing. And it's not a surprise. Most of them are young, so we are going down that route as well. We want to build a team that even if the manager is sacked, we are not left with players who are not good enough.
Okay.
So that's why we are trying to avoid signings like Anthony and who should I say, like even Casemiro. So I don't know. Tuchel had some reservations, so he didn't took the job, but we definitely approached him. So I think that approach is still there. Even I saw that report today that Tuchel is a prime candidate for replacing Ten Hag because he's the only top manager or say like a big name available at the moment. And then there is Nagelsmann, but again he's committed to the World Cup, so there is no manager available. You can say we can put the money on the table and the manager will leave, but if he sacked Ten Hag before December, no manager is leaving any top club in midst of the season. It makes no sense for that manager. So I think Tuchel is the primary target, and personally, I'm not a big fan of Tuchel. I have some concerns about his man management. I have a lots of concerns about his playing style. Also, with Tuchel, he's not like a project manager. I feel he's much more of a manager who comes and wins and then leaves the team behind, which
People
the
call
next
him a
manager.
top manager. You agree? Those people that call him a
Yeah,
top manager.
yeah. Look, I'd give him a lot of praise because he won with us one Champions League with you guys with a squad which Lampard couldn't even inculcate a style of play. I'll never forget his debut game. It was against Wolves at home. If you remember, that was
Yeah.
his debut game, and Callum Hudson-Odoi, he was playing right wing back. And he implemented a style of play within his first game. He went to a back three and he made Rudiger look world class. Christensen looked like complete. He was meant to be sold, and this guy was playing another level. One of them went to Madrid, another to Barca. So I'll give him lots of credit for that because at least he knows that how to identify player profiles. Rudiger is not good in a back four, so I'll going to play a back three. So stuff like that. And United at the moment, if you look at, we have three centre backs, Euro, Delict, and Martinez, and none of them have, I don't know about Euro, but certainly we can play a back three as well. Then we can play wing backs with Delo and Mazraoui, so that could work. But yeah, but if you ask me who the manager is, it's definitely Tuchel at the moment. I cannot give you another name.
All right, you get
pretty
a
sure
comment from
Tuchel's been ruled
guys,
out.
Steven.
Though. From what I've seen, I'm pretty sure he's been ruled out.
Who?
Thomas Tuchel.
I'm pretty sure it's been ruled out that he doesn't want it and that he won't go there. So I think that's out the window.
Yeah, but
I
we
think that's
definitely
a good
want
vote.
him. I don't know if he wants us, but I know that the Ineos people, that he was their first choice to replace Ten Hag in the summer.
Yeah,
Because,
but he can be their first choice, but I don't mean.
Yeah. He
I
might
mean,
not want to come. You're
let
right.
me correct myself. He could be their first choice publicly, but it'll all
Yeah.
get leaked and we know what names are already there. It's already come out that, if I remember rightly, I've seen people saying that candidates include Southgate, Eddie Howe. There was another one, I can't remember. But yeah,
Potter
Potter was
was
another
there.
one. Southgate, Potter, Eddie Howe, and I can't remember the other one. There was another one.
I think Philippe Inzaghi was also linked to the club.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
That was one that I've seen. I can't remember the source on it though.
Yeah, Inzaghi has also been linked. But look, I don't have any pity for Eric Ten Hag. His signings have been very, very poor. Signings,
Bro,
the
he's
players
just
that he
turning them
brought in
into
have been,
Ajax United Football Club. That's what he's turning them into.
and with all these players, he left one good player out. One good player, which is what's his name again? Uh, it's not Gakpo. It's not Gakpo. One player from Ayers. Is it Soboslai? No, it's not
No,
Soboslai. The
I think it's
Gravenberg.
yeah.
With
We wanted
all
Gravenberg. Yeah, we wanted Gravenberg actually, but Liverpool we didn't want to. We wanted like a loan plus obligation to buy, but Liverpool had the money and we already spent money on Lenny Euro, so we didn't have
yeah,
any money at that moment. We needed to sell
right.
McTominay, and McTominay was not leaving
Mm.
till the June end, so that's why they got Gravenberg. But look, I mean, look, if you say about his signings, I
Yeah.
don't think his. I don't know if which signing you're talking about, this season or the last season or even his first season.
No, I'm talking about all the signings that he's made, all the signings that he has made.
Yeah,
But let me get to this comment real quick. Big up to you, Zero. He said that Liverpool says leave Thomas Tuchel alone. He's not trust process merchant that Glazers love. Go and sign Potter or Southgate. Then he came up and say, it says to trust their process. According to him, he believed that Tuchel is not one of those managers that he have to believe he wants to get things going right. I mean, when you bring a manager like Tuchel, you guys are going to do a lot of overhaul because Tuchel will not like a player like Anthony. Tuchel will not like certain players that you have on Manchester United. But let's go back to what you were saying. I was talking about the number crop of players that Manchester United have brought to the football club since the reign of Eric Ten Hag has been very, very poor. He this also spent money on Lena Yuri. I'm not sure if you've seen that player very well, but I've watched that player very, very well, and he will stink the place. He hasn't even
who
played on that highest level. I watch him in the French league, dude. He cannot tackle.
who?
Lena Euro, you're talking about that young player that you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
signed
I
is
mean,
already
look,
injured.
yeah,
He's not
Lenny
even good
Euro
enough.
again. That's not a Ten Hag signing; it's a club signing. So
Okay,
I'm not
let's talk
worried.
about the Ten Hag signings. Let's talk about the Ten
Yeah,
Hag signings since he came to the football club. Anthony, one of them.
yeah, you,
Also, Martinez, one of them.
yeah.
Is Delet Eric Ten Hag signing?
Yeah, definitely. I'll tell you what are Ten Hag signings.
Okay,
Ten Hag signings are Martinez, Anthony, Delict, Mason Mount. Okay, he wanted Mason Mount. It's not a club signing. You might think he's British, so it could be a Glazer signing. It's not. It's a Mason Mount. He wanted Mason Mount. I will never forget when Mason Mount was doing his photo shoot and Ten Hag was there and his family was there. He said that you're going to be a very key player for us. So he was literally saying you're going to be playing in the first 11 and you don't spend 55 million on a bench player. So he was a Ten Hag signing. This season, if you look, okay, I'll exclude the season, but if you look at other signings, Casemiro again, that was a club signing because we wanted De Jong. He wanted De Jong actually, and Eric Ten Hag, but again, De Jong didn't want to leave Barca, so the club had to get some player, so they went for Casemiro. So that's a club signing. So if you look at specifically, if you talk about Eric Ten Hag signing, it's mostly, and you talk about the flop ones, it's mostly you'll probably say Anthony, because that guy, again, I don't blame completely on Anthony. This is like the Glazer problem because Anthony was ready to come to us in June, but we were haggling for I don't know what reason, and we had to spend extra 40 million. Ajax released us for 40 million, and we got him by the end of July. So that's not. I won't say that's on the manager, but again, all these signings, how are they going to play if you don't implement a system? That's my big problem. You can say the signings are flop, but
yeah.
I'm not going to judge all the signings because see, if they look at a player like Anthony, I think he
Mhm.
has his uses. This guy cooked Cucurella when we played at the bridge. I think under, I think it was Tuchel. You had Tuchel that by that
Yeah,
time as well.
that goal he
So,
scored, the goal he
yeah,
scored.
yeah. I mean, look. So
I
this
mean,
guy has.
don't you think it's a one-off goal? It's not something that Anthony can repeat
Yeah,
it
I'm not saying.
every
Yeah,
week.
I'm not trying to say that Anthony is like a world beater, but I'm saying that if you put this guy in a decent system and then you judge him,
Yeah,
I think he'll do well. But the problem with United is that the only players who do well at our club are the players who have pace and they have no football IQ, i.e., Garnacho, i.e., Rashford, Bruno. all these players, and you can throw Hoyland in as well because that guy is a scrub. Hoyland, yeah. Don't forget that's a Ten Hag signing as well.
Yeah.
Hoyland.
Rasmus
He is
Holland,
rubbish, man.
80
I have
million.
made my mind up on him.
Was
He's
it 80
rubbish.
million
Yeah.
or 60
He's
million?
75. Yeah, it's for
75.
75. Yeah,
Would you?
I have made up my mind on him. He's not good. Yeah,
He's
he's
not good
done.
enough. Would
Yeah,
you?
he's
Would you
not good enough.
agree? Would you agree? Those that thought that Jadon Sancho was not a good player at Manchester United. Did you
Yeah.
agree with those people?
No. That was not a Ten Hag signing. That was under Oli. But big problem with
No,
Sancho is that he had a beef with the manager. It was not with his ability. They had some differences about his attitude and him coming late to training. So that's a very different issue. But I won't agree that Sancho is not a good player. How can a player leave United and go to Dortmund and reach the Champions League final and put a man of the match performance against PSG? Are
spot
you
on.
telling me that's not a good player? I mean, look at what he's doing at your club. That because he's playing with players who play on his wavelength. Because he doesn't have you look Cole Palmer, Pedro Neto. These guys, they are not going to run like Rashford. They have footballing IQ. They know what to do, when to do with the ball. That's the key thing with the ball. Sancho is not someone who's going to you throw the ball off the centre back, into empty space, and he's going to run from his halfway line. That's not the kind of player he is. You look at his assist for I think it was Jackson, where he slid the ball between the defender. That's the kind of player he is. But we don't play that way. That's
Okay.
my that's always been my concern with Ten Hag. You have spent 600 million in 3 seasons, and I cannot still tell how United play. We play a
You
transition
can't
style.
tell
I
what the
don't
style of
classify.
play
Yeah, that's
is.
not a style of play. That's
I
not a
think it's
style
gone
of play.
again.
Transition is not a
Probably
style of
Steven
play.
can hear you, but I can't.
Yeah,
No, I
Yeah, you're
can
back.
hear.
Yeah,
yeah. I
it
think it's
happens
from
once in a while. It happens once in a while. Go
yeah,
ahead, Scala.
yeah. So look, Sancho is a very good player. Again, it's just the curse of United, where players with footballing IQ, they don't thrive. It's mostly dumb players and players with pace. So
I mean,
yeah, it
do
is.
you think that if Ten Hag have gone down and then settled this issue behind the scenes with with Sancho, he would have get a player to help him out on that left hand side. But it looks like United are dead. There's no creativity on the pitch.
That's that's what
There's
Ineos
no
wanted.
there are no leaders there.
Yeah, that's what Ineos wanted. He took him to preseason. In
Mhm.
preseason, he played him false nine. He was doing reasonably well. He
Yeah.
missed a penalty against, I don't know, I think it was in some Asian country. I don't remember which game it was. He missed a penalty, and everyone was, again, it was saying that he's doing it on purpose. So, look, I think the relationship was never mended between Ten Hag and Sancho. It's just that Ineos wanted to say that this is a very valuable asset and you are depreciating it by having a public fight. And that's why that 25 million which we got from you, it's because of Ineos. They wanted them to at least publicly patch up. That's why the manager was saying, that Sancho is doing well, training well, and we have put things behind, and we are concentrated on one cause, and we sold him to you.
So they
So
can sell it. So they can sell it.
yeah, so we wanted to sell because he was on like more than 280. He was on
Okay.
that Kepa kind of money, so we couldn't afford for that kind of a player to be sitting on the bench. So
Spot
yeah.
on. Spot on. That makes sense. That makes sense. Scala. Thank you very much, Scala. When I get him, I'm always gonna bombard him with all the Manchester United news and stories out there. Steven, if you're back, you have any more for Scala before he leaves us? I'm not sure he's leaving now, but yeah, if you have any more for
Yeah,
him,
I'm
throw
gonna
it to
leave
him.
actually like in a couple of minutes.
You have a couple more minutes for us. Okay.
Yeah.
If you have any more questions for Scala, let's get all this United perspective before we move on from there. If you have anything else regarding the Premier League officiating, also question, yeah, we can throw it to Scala. Let us know his view as a Manchester United fan and how you see officiating the Premier League. Or if it's just United question, Scala is here to give us his opinion. Mr. Steven. Steven, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
So you
I've
heard
got
me,
no-
right?
I've got nothing.
You got nothing. Scott, we did talk about officiating in the Premier League, the number of yellow cards being given to Chelsea and all that stuff. Some of the decisions, like we said, very, very inconsistent. Some unnecessary yellow cards. We'll talk about it. How do you see it, and what's the way forward? How can the Premier League really, really fix this problem? Because we don't have that issue in the other leagues.
Yeah, I mean, even against Villa, I mean, for some reason, this Rob Jones guy, I think he's a Liverpool fan as well. I don't know if he's a Liverpool fan or Everton fan. He's from Merseyside, so he's definitely Scouse. So he was dishing out yellow cards for our players for fun. Like even like one foul Ericsson made, it was not a yellow card. It was just a foul. It was like not he was not trying to, like Morgan Rogers. He beat him for pace, and then Ericsson kind of fouled him. That's it, and it was like within 10 minutes, and he gave him a yellow card for that. And he was giving out yellow cards so far. So this is like a epidemic throughout the Premier League. The officiating, it's not consistent. Uh, I don't mind you giving yellow cards for a foul, but at least keep that standard for all other fouls as well. Like if you're giving a foul for A, that should be valid for B as well. That's my always been my big concern with these referees. They treat one foul as a differently, other differently. They'll put some guy on Sky Sports explaining why it was right, and
Yeah.
that issue would be buried. So it is a big problem. I am not surprised. It's mostly the English referees. Even the World Cup, I think only like two referees were selected: Taylor and that who's that other guy, Oliver, Michael
Michael
Oliver.
Oliver, Anthony
Yeah,
Taylor, and
Michael
Anthony
Oliver
Oliver.
and Anthony Taylor. Those two guys were the only ones who went to the Euros as well.
Mm.
So yeah, the standard is very very poor, man. I don't know about what happened at your game. I saw
Oh,
some guys fighting and things
yeah.
escalating to another level, but. Yeah, man, this is. I mean, even if you look at the Bruno Fernandes red card, you know, which he got against Tottenham, that was never a red card. They came out and apologized that we did wrong and we have rescinded it. So they are. I mean, look, you need like a VAR for a VAR. How are you? You have the ability to look at the technology and you're still making mistakes. That means the technology is not at fault, it's the people who are operating it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, this is it.
All right. So, Scala, one more question to you. Bruno Fernandez is the last question that we're going to throw at you. Is he the downfall of Manchester United? Do you think that the captainship hasn't helped him at all? And does he deserve to be a captain? And does he still have to be the captain for Manchester United? Last question on Bruno Fernandez. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, look, you need to keep the things aside. First, the captaincy is, I feel like he's never been a captain. I think we just gave him the armband because at United, the big problem is that we love passion. We treat passion like I don't know, like a consumable thing. It's like you cannot. It's like a quantity which is in. I don't know. I can't even put into words. It's I don't find that very tangible. If you look at Real Madrid and other clubs, they don't consider passion and all this nonsense and chest thumping and battle cry, all this thing. But since we at United are emotional fans, they see this as a very admirable quality, and that's why he was given the armband and the ollie because he got. That's another issue. He got GA, which is a stat or whatever that is. It's like a curse. Ever since Bruno Fernandes came to the league in 2019, you will see GA everywhere because this guy stat padded 10 penalties and he got fraud assist, and it looks like he's playing well because his in quotes goal contributions is very high. But if you watch
Yeah.
him play, you would see how awful he is. Like I cannot even fathom. I mean, against Crystal Palace, he lost the ball 35 times. You know what that means? Like you have given the opponent 35 times the ball, and it is a turnover, which means the
Yeah.
opponent can use that
Absolutely.
turnover and cause you and cause you goal scoring opportunity.
That's right.
So that's my big problem. I mean, that's not a big problem. It's always been my problem with Bruno. His ability is not good enough,
Okay.
for playing for United. Definitely not a captaincy material, but even as a starter, I've never rated him. I've never rated him. I think he's a decent player on his day, but his basic fundamentals of football, first touch, game awareness, having wing mirror,
Mhm.
stuff like that, positional play, is very, very average. He's not. When I look at someone like Odegaard, just look at that. The way he takes the first touch, scans and the weight of pass, everything is so perfect. That's why that guy was playing for Real Madrid, or at least he was at Madrid when he was 18. Bruno Fernandes, no big club has come for him when he's at United. I've never seen a Real Madrid or Barcelona or Bayern Munich bid for him. You know, we just improved his contract and we gave him that Sancho money when he left to keep him at the club. You know, I don't know why we did that, because if we could have sold him to a big club, we could have got 80 million, something like that. You know, not 80, but at least 60 million. So yeah, he's a big problem, and I wish like this could be his last season. But I know United, they see Bruno as this like a Brian Robson figure. You know, I don't know if you know who Brian Robson is, but they see him like a
Yeah, I
Brian
know
Robson
Brown
figure
Robson.
at the
Yeah,
club.
I know Brown
Yeah,
Robson.
yeah, that's the big. They see him like that. You know, even if you look at Old Trafford, you will see lots of young fans holding placards of Bruno, can I have your shirt? Bruno, can I have your shirt? You know, and this guy couldn't wait for Juan Mata to leave the club so that he could get his number 8. You know, that just shows how petty he is. You know, I don't mind you having a favorite number, but you did all your best work at number 18. Just keep that number. You know, it's not even, and this guy is obsessed with stats. If you look, also, I just found out this last couple of weeks ago, this guy has some kind of a social media team who monitors Twitter, and they take down his fail comps. You know,
They keep
uh,
down what?
they take down his fail comps. So if I upload a fail comps of Bruno, there was this Twitter account who uploaded his fail comps against Crystal Palace, the game I mentioned, like where he
Yeah.
lost the ball 35 times.
That's
Mhm.
hilarious.
You know, yeah, that account was taken down. You know, and lots of accounts who post Bruno's fail comps, they get either suspended or copyrighted.
Bro, that's
know?
so petty, man.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if I think it was probably West Ham. I don't know. I think it was West Ham 2019. We drew the game 2-2, and Bruno was posting his stats on Instagram, saying that he had this much, he created these many goal scoring opportunities. You know,
Okay.
so this is all part of his brand. You know, the XG, the goal scoring, the GA. That
Look at
stat
you guys
makes him look good.
creating, essentially.
Yeah, you know, there are certain players, if you don't see their GA, you will not know that they had a good game. You know, because if I look at player like a Cole Palmer or João Felix, I
You
don't need to know
see.
their stats. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't need to
you
know
don't
the
need to
stats
see
because
that,
I
yeah.
know
You know
every
what to
game.
expect.
Yeah, you know, I know every game that Cole Palmer's weight of pass, it's going to be inch perfect. You know, and there is no stat for that. How are you going to quantize that stat? Like, you know, Cole Palmer creating space, his ability to take that first touch.
Yeah, it's
There is
impossible.
no stat for that. Yeah. Yeah,
I
he's a
can't
big
hear him
problem,
now,
man.
but I know he's talking.
He's not now, but he was.
He's not now.
Yeah, but he was.
Okay.
For record,
Scully, you still there?
You again.
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay. Scala, you know, we've got you a long time, and then you have really
man, I need
explained
to
everything
sleep.
to really.
Very
Thank
late
you
at
very
my
much.
place.
I thank you very much for coming on, Scala,
Yeah.
and
Catch you
sharing
guys next
this
time.
United information with us. I always love that. I wish I can have a Liverpool fan. I can have an Arsenal fan. I love this. I just love this. I want to hear
We're
the people's
essentially
opinion.
just missing an Arsenal fan and then not
Yeah.
knowing what times Ryan has work. Because if we were able to line up and we got an Arsenal fan on board as well.
Yeah, that's something that I want to do. And I still have it in mind. I still have. It's just that some of my friends that I have them are very busy right now. Ryan is very busy. He will give me all the Liverpool information, and I think I've had multiple Manchester United fans on this platform. But thank you very much for coming on, Scala. I really appreciate it. So now I have my man Stephen G is here with me, and they're probably going to end up with Stephen G. But let me say this: anyone else there watching, I want to thank you very much for your time. For your time here, being here with us means a lot to me and my brother here, Stephen. The only way this channel can travel and be as big as others is by you guys supporting us. And the support is not to donate money to us. We don't want that. We don't want that. It's for you to just like the video and share the video. Subscribe to this lovely platform that opens its door for everyone to join. So yeah, that's what we're here. We're reviewing the weekend game, the unexpected result that came from Stamford Bridge between Chelsea and Nottingham Forest. A lot of controversy. Nicholas Jackson found himself on the spot again, and also Marco Cucurella. 2 players will be suspended in the game against Liverpool. Marco Cucurella will be suspended, and also Wesley bad boy Fafana also will be suspended. Also in the case of the week, we'll be putting our heads together and see what predicted lineup is Enzo Maresca.
I mean, we may as well not do that until the end of next week.
End of next week?
No, not next week. The week after.
The week after, Monday, right? Probably we can finalize who's coming back.
End of next week. We're on Monday, so it's 2 weeks. Of next week.
Yeah. Definitely, most definitely. Mm-hmm. You guys' support has made this platform what it is now, and we're very, very close to 4K. Very close to 4K. Hard work that we put in, and and you guys also support. There's no way we can we cannot acknowledge that. We do acknowledge all you guys' support, and whoever is there watching, I know there are a lot of you guys that supported, but some of you are very, very reluctant to type, right? Is that the right word? Is that the right phrase? They're reluctant to type.
Maybe.
Yeah. Some don't like typing, some don't like, but they just want to listen. And I've been there. I've been a listener. I've been a contributor. So if you're there, remember, this platform opens its door for everyone to join in. It doesn't matter what football club that you support. You're always welcome to this platform. We want to make it big for every football club to be part of what we do here. So, I think we've really... Tomorrow, Steven, I have a different thing in mind tomorrow. It will be the last week of the Premier League review. We're just going to go through, the games that have taken place, all the games. So the Premier League, is it week 7? Is that week 7?
Week 7.
Yeah, week 7 preview.
I sent you a message earlier. I don't know when I'm around at the back end of the week and into early next week. In fact, maybe... I'm not sure about most of next week, but I'll let you know like a day or two before when I know what I'm doing. But
yeah, we'll probably take some few days off. We'll take some few days off. I've just been uploading little things. I've been making some short videos. Probably also, take some of the players and review them.
The other thing I'm going to say, so I sent you a couple of videos.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice in it that when everyone was having that little scuffle, Cole Palmer walked away and sat down. He knew he was already on a yellow card. He weren't risking it. He literally moved away, sat down, and just watched.
Yeah, he sat on the floor. It's like, I'm not going to be part of this. That's a smart move.
That's already a yellow card. He went, not doing this.
Yeah, I'll upload those videos. Guys, watch out for those.
He may sometimes seem a bit slow, as people put it. But... he was very switched on to know it's not worth getting involved in that.
Right. Not Nicholas Jackson. It's got nothing to do with Nicholas Jackson. He was already in looking for a fight. I like that from Nicholas Jackson. But if you want to go for a fight,
I hate it at the same time because it's like, I respect you wanting to back your teammates. Yeah. But
Stephen. Yeah, go ahead.
There's also a time where you need to stop being a donkey.
You know what? I mean? Yeah. You know what people say about Diego Costa? Diego Costa does the same thing.
Crazy.
But everyone will tell you it's a player that you would love to have in your team. But it's a player.
I said it about him. I've said it about Rudiger, and there was someone this season. I can't remember who it was. I think it was from an opposing team.
Yeah, if you're an opposing team, you don't want them.
Players where they're on your team, you as a teammate, as a manager, as a fan, absolutely love them. If you're against them, you absolutely hate them.
But look at this. If you talk about Rudiger will not let you pass him. If you're talking about Diego Costa will bully you and score a goal. Nicholas Jackson, you'd barely even bully anyone for you to score a goal. So what's your beef going in to accommodate? How does accommodate? Not accommodate. To attract all these yellow cards to yourself and even make the club pay so much money. And you're just so useless sometimes.
It wasn't just him that is the reason we're getting getting a fine for the yellow cards.
I don't want to hear anything about these referees.
Oh, bro,
Nicholas Jackson.
Rant forever. Let's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear anything about this referee, Steven, because some of these players have to learn. They have to discipline themselves.
Yeah,
I can talk about Nicholas Jackson each and every day.
I think for the most part, he was going in there to kind of break it up. I don't think he was going in there with the intention of slapping or pushing someone in the face or whatever it was he did. I don't think he went in there with that intention. I think he just went in there and the guy was there and he's trying to sort of move him away. I have to rewatch it, but it seems more like a push to the face than a slap. Just more, I think it's more he was just there and he couldn't quite get there, so he's trying to push him away, and it's ended up with his hand in his face. I don't think he went there going, "I'm gonna go in there and like fight these people." I think it was just one of those things that it happened. It is what it is.
Absolutely. Makim said Malansa. That's the name. I don't know why he said Malansa.
Oh, Mackin said about how Marseille or someone has one of our former centre backs and it's Malang. So
he has an awful centre back or good centre back.
No, he said about Marseille or someone. I can't remember what team he said. And then he said that they got one of our former centre backs, and the centre back's Malang Sarr. That's why he said Malang Sarr. That's the name.
Yeah, Malang Sarr is cooking. Probably is cooking after Chelsea sold him. He started to cook. Malang Sarr. Some players are not just built for the Premier League. Let's put it that way. Some of the players, see Jackson's hand, they've cycled it. When it stretches,
yeah, but see what I mean? It seems more like a push than a slap, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not really a slap. It's like, you get what I mean? But the definition for that action will be a slap. They wouldn't say a push.
But then respect to their guy, because their player could have just gone down to try and get him a red card. Not that it makes a difference. I mean, he's on the bench. He's been subbed off. So for that game, it don't make a difference. So that's probably partially why.
I'm telling you, if Jackson did that on what's his name, Bruno Fernandes would throw his body all over the floor. Oh my God!
He can punch him in the chest and he'll
my days! If he did that to Bruno Fernandes or João Felix, or maybe Sancho, yeah, João Felix. Let's say João Felix played
it to his teammates.
No, not his teammate. I'm saying the character of these players. If Felix,
I was like, wait, what?
If Felix was playing for United or Liverpool and Jackson did that, João Felix would throw his body from one pole to the other. He would roller coaster like that from one pole to the other pole. Oh, you know? I'm not sure if you know how good João Felix can simulate. And maybe what's his name again? These Brazilian players, Casemiro. Oh my goodness! And what's his name? Vinicius Junior. You don't even have to touch Vini Junior. He's going on the floor. No, you don't have to touch him. He's already going on the floor, on the grass.
Bro said, more or less, I know what I've got to do. I've got to full send it so I'm on the floor.
When they get frustrated and the goal is not coming, they just throw themselves on the floor. Vini Junior, number one. But anyway, I think that we're gonna wrap up here, Stephen G. Stephen, what's anything?
Out food anyway.
Yeah, what you got going on from here? I think my Lions. I didn't watch my Lions this weekend.
Sure. Huh?
I didn't watch the Lions this weekend. I think they had 2 weeks break.
They might be on their bye week.
Yeah, they were off for 2 weeks. They don't play. I think they don't play until they were playing the Cowboys somewhere around 2 weeks time. The Lions.
Nah, it'll be next week. It'll be next week.
Next week. Yeah, they didn't play this week, so
yeah,
probably next week.
A 1 week bye. They play the Lions on the. Hang on.
They play the Cowboys.
They play the Cowboys rather.
Yeah.
When's that? Sunday the 13th. That's this week.
That's this week. Yes, 7th. Yeah, this week, Sunday.
Yeah, so they've just had their bye week.
Yeah. All right, beautiful guys. It's been an incredible stream today, as usual. You guys have made me happy. The number of people that have been watching have made me very, very happy, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. Stephen, thank you very much for coming on. Everyone out there, thank you very much for showing your support as usual. Blueclouds Media is your channel to hop on each and every week. Hopefully, like I said, we'll check and see how things are going We'll review all the Premier League games tomorrow. I'll try and see if I can get some more guys on board that are from other clubs today, so I can get them on tomorrow to review Premier League games tomorrow. So guys, watch out for that one. I want to say Leo Desperandons, as usual, hang on to hope. Steven, anything you want to say to wrap up?
No, I've got nothing else to say. I didn't even know you were doing the sign off because of it started lagging on my end. So I didn't even know you were doing that. So if you were waiting on me, then blame my connection.
That's okay. So guys, thank you, Steven say. Thank you very much, everyone that joined today. Enjoy the rest of the day. We'll be back again tomorrow. Bye-bye for now.
You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. You are a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner, feel no pain. Yeah, I woke up feeling like a champion. Every move I make, I got the stamina. Eyes on the prize, never lose sight. Grinding every day, pushing through the night. Got the fire in my soul, never back down. In the ring of life, I'm the one with the crown. Sweat and tears, yeah, I paid the cost. Every battle fought, I'm never lost. Hit the ball, you are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Every challenge met, every goal in sight. In the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race of life, I'm alive. With every push, with every strain, I'm a winner, feel the gain. Hit the road, feel the power. In this moment, it's our hour. Rise above, break the chain. You're a winner, feel no pain. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. In this moment, own your name. You are a winner in this game. You are a winner. Stand tall, be proud. In the face of doubt, you shout it loud. Feel the strength, let it in. With every step, you're gonna win. Stand tall, in the gym, on the grind, it's a warrior's fight. From the bottom to the top, yeah, I've been there. With the heart of a lion, I face the dare. No fear, no limits, just pure drive. In the race